Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to have a brief tutorial if this thing focuses right. Here you see a cable. This one is the hi-fi here we did a while ago. See the blue dot? The red obviously indicating that this is the right. There's your blue dot. Your blue dot's always going to be away from the nozzle. So at the end here, it's not easy to do on camera, and then you just plug it in. Same goes, this is the right B-line, BL03, and the same thing, plug it in. I can't believe I just did that on camera without actually being able to look. Faces away from the nozzle. And this camera wants to focus in on that in the background instead of what's in front of it. So there it is, your little blue dot. Red is for right. I think it says R on this right there. See that? R. So red's always going to be the right side, and the blue dot is always going to face on the outside. Here's your BL03s. Take that off. Here's your BL05s. Same thing, if I can manage to do this on the camera. There you go. Simple as that. Blue dot toward the outside. Same thing goes for these. Here's another pair, different cable. These are Unio V2s. And as you can see, blue dot is on the outside, away from the nozzle. It is so hot in here, and it's making everything a little slippery. This one's going to be a little harder. I certainly don't want to ruin it. There you go. See the blue dot? Red indicator for right. Red is always right. And the blue dot is always facing out. On these it's kind of hard to say away from the nozzle because the nozzle comes straight on, but it's always out. This type, the QDC type, quite simple. You're always going to have the earphone. Actually, I don't have any QDC pairs right here. These don't fit. B-lines, that part is just a little too big for these. Doesn't fit. Well, we do have theirs. So that's going to face your ear. You pick the right or left side, and then you're just going to slide it on, which is very hard to do when you're not actually looking at it, but good enough. And of course that hooks on your ear and that goes in. Very simple for a QDC because they usually have ear hooks. I don't think I've ever had a pair of QDCs without the ear hooks. Some of the 2 pins, yes, they don't have ear hooks. It gets kind of confusing. Just remember that the blue dot's always going to be facing toward the outside of the IEM, and the red is always the right. Sometimes you get lucky and they actually have a blue too, which is indicated to the left, but as long as it has a right, like here's some MMCX, and it's quite easy. Right, left, plug it in, and these of course are probably the easiest ones to use because they just pop in and you can spin the earphone around on it. That's basically it for the cables. Very easy. Let's get a comparison here, looking at these two up close. These are both in the gunmetal. This camera does not want to focus. There we go. Yeah. So you find your right. This one's the left. And even with the left, you see a blue dot facing outward. I know it gets kind of confusing because blues are usually left, but on both the left and right there's going to be a blue dot, and they're going to be facing outward. They're always facing outward on your earphones. So here's the right, it's indicated by a red ring, and your blue dot goes out, and that's all you need to know on how to put on the cables for the different earphones. I hope you enjoy your Belons or whatever you're using. Anybody that has these are really nice. They're not well known anymore because of certain issues with the Yin themselves. Nothing wrong with the earphones. These were actually really good earphones. V2s and the V6s look just like this, but they're blue. I don't have those anymore. Excellent earphones, Belons. I'm really digging the Belons, especially with this, the 5s with this new cable. And still not my favorite out of everyone. That would go to this, which we still haven't done a review for yet. But talk about cables, what a nice cable this comes with. What a nice case this comes with too. My favorite right now is the diamonds, and we'll be having a review on those shortly. Put those away later, I can't see. I hope everybody's safe, and once again, thank you, and I will see you on the internet.